Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how I got from 0 to 10k followers on my Instagram completely organically and how you can do it as well. And also how you can start selling digital products with your Instagram and just transform this into a real business with your personal brand. So let's begin. So the journey from 0 to 10k followers is probably going to be the most difficult thing for you. At first, when you start your account, you don't have any proven strategy, you don't really know how things work, and especially if you start completely from scratch with no actual plan, it's just going to be really hard for you even to get to those first 1000 followers. So this is what I want to do with this video, kind of like walk you through that entire journey and show you how I did it and kind of talk about the systems and all of the different things and techniques that I've learned that is probably gonna make it so much easier for you to get to 10k as well. So as you can see guys, in the last 30 days I got like a lot of followers, so I had a really big growth. And that's the thing with Instagram, once you get that first viral reel, it's gonna make it like, it's just gonna change that entire journey, that entire growth. I remember I was stuck with this account I was like at 200 followers, something like that. But then, I just started to like focus on one single topic and just like make, high quality content for that. And then finally, like my first reel took off. And then I just started to see like I got to from 200 followers to 1000 followers. I got there like immediately, and then just like the growth kind of like happened like organically and exponentially for me. So that's really good. So currently I'm sitting at around like 16k. By the time this video is out, I'm probably gonna hopefully have more. But yeah, I just made this kind of like this presentation to walk you through that entire process. So let's begin with the essentials that you're going to need for your new account, right? So whenever you're starting a new account, if you want to actually transform this into a personal brand and into a business with content creation, make sure you actually put your account, you set your account to creator. So this means basically a professional account, not a normal account. Why this? Because this will help you with insights and with all of that. So make sure you have your account set to creator. Then what you want to do is actually think about the niche that you want to tackle. So you need to find your niche. I'm talking about the niche and how you can find it and define your vision in my Viral Success Blueprint free course. But basically, it's just about looking at your own journey. So for me, I'm going to share how I did it. I started out as a freelancer 7 years ago, and I'm self-taught. I started in graphic design. I started doing like web design as well. And then fast forward, I started a creative agency, an e-com store, and an e-learning platform. And that platform kind of like changed it all for me because it showed me how I can sell digital products online, like passively, right? So I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about on Instagram? I'm just going to talk about the things that I've been through and the things that I've learned, and that just like I'm going to share that with people. And so that's how I kind of like found my niche. I think for a long time for me, what it was, I was trying like to force the niche and to just, find something else, when in fact, like the things that I had been doing up until that point were good enough to talk about. So in terms of the niche, guys, try to look at your own journey and just realize whatever you have been doing up until that point, whatever skills you have, that can actually turn into your niche, and you can help people that are kind of like walking the same path that you have been walking on. So yeah, like that's basically it for like finding the niche. Don't try to force it. Just look at your own journey and look at the things that you've done, like the problems that you've solved. If you've solved some like specific problems, just focus on those. Don't try to like come up with anything great. Like for example, if you're a doctor, right, and if you want to like start making content on Instagram, don't jump into crypto, like don't try to talk about crypto. Why? Because you haven't done it, right? So just focus on what you've done, because it is good enough. Next up, guys, you need to write the bio, and your Instagram bio needs to be really optimized for just for like converting people and for actually making people understand what it is you're offering and how you can help them. So just to give you like a quick example here, this is my own bio. Your first line of the bio needs to be really simple, to the point, and it needs to help people understand what you're doing in an instant. So in my case, it's just helping people create content and turn their passion into profit. So that's super simple. It's got an emoji there. So what do? I just help people create content, sharing some tips, sharing some techniques, and I help them turn whatever passion they have into profit. Now, the next line in the bio can be a call to action. In this case, for me, it's like DM how and I'll help you start. Or something else that you can do, you can kind of like share one of your achievements. Like, I helped people do X, I helped X people do Y, something like that. Or just share more about how you can help, but make sure you don't kind of like repeat what you said in the first line. And then the third line will always be and needs to be a CTA. That's basically a call to action. So in your case, this could be something like start your journey, or grab some free stuff here. For me, for example, it's just free viral blueprint course and more here. And I just put a down arrow and I have my link there for people to click on. So for the bio, guys, just make it super simple, to the point, and just really optimize it for what you're trying to do. So for example, again, I'll take let's take another example, right? If you're like a videographer and if you want to help people like just color grade and just like shoot better videos, something like that, just make sure you talk about that in the bio. Don't put random keywords from your niche, because that doesn't really it doesn't really tell people anything. They're just random keywords. Like, I've seen a lot of people do that. So just be straight to the point, super simple. Don't try to like sound too deep or anything. Just put something like, I help people do X with Y, something like that. Now, next up, guys, we need to have a good profile picture. I'm not saying mine is like the best in the world, but it's good enough. It's clear, it's sharp. It's just my face and with a clean background. So I've seen a lot of people that just complain about, people not following them or whatever. But they don't even have like a good profile picture. I'm not even talking about like the bio and the content. You need to make sure your profile picture is clear. It shows your face. And this will also help you when you want to get verified as well, as Instagram will verify your profile. And will compare your profile picture with the one you provide in your ID and stuff. So make sure your profile picture is really good. Next up, you need to have a clear purpose. So whenever you're starting with your account, you need to really be clear on what you're trying to do, right? So have that defined mission, have that defined why, and this will make it so much easier for you to actually start and for you to actually be consistent. Because otherwise, like, a lot of people get lost and a lot of people don't really know why they're doing what they're doing. So just make sure you have a clear purpose. So these are basically my essentials for a new account. Now, let's take a look at how we can actually grow with Reels. So Reels are amazing, guys. I've used them to grow. And I've kind of done this like scheme in here to just explain the structure of a really viral and good reel, and just the way things work. So basically, this is the first reel that went viral for me. Right now it has like 2 million plus views. So first up, guys, in the reel we have a hook. So this in here is the hook. It says 30 days of content in 2 minutes. So this needs to be super powerful, and it needs to make people stop when they scroll. Think about you, right? Like when you're scrolling on Instagram on the Reels tab, you see all of these videos, and sometimes some videos have like some text in there, something that kind of like makes you go like, oh wow, like I gotta sit and actually watch this. So that's the point of the hook. It needs to draw people in, and it needs to actually make them stop and watch your video. If the hook isn't good, you're not gonna get the views, and obviously the reel is not gonna go viral. Then what you can also have, and what I put in my video in this one, I put a call to action. So I have my hook, and then I have this copy this ChatGPT prompt, which is gonna be shown later in the video, so you can do that as well. And then what you want to do is have a clean visual with a lower exposure. Don't overcomplicate this, guys. Make sure your image is good enough. Like, make sure your actual footage, your b-roll is good enough, and then just lower the exposure a bit, and that way you kind of like make sure that the actual text that you put is visible. So have that clean visual. In this case, it's just literally me on this desk sitting, kind of like writing in my notepad, something like that. So don't overcomplicate it. And then what we have in here down below, if you see this line, which is steal my prompt, this is called the caption hook. So basically, this is that first line from the caption, which people are going to read, because what we want, guys, is to basically draw people in with the main hook from the actual video, so this hook, and then make them watch the video and then just read our actual caption, and therefore the video is just going to run in the background. That's going to increase watch time, and the more watch time you have, the more viral the video can go. So make sure you actually put a strong caption hook, just to make people click on your caption, and then obviously provide value in the caption. We're going to take a look at how you can do that later. But for now, just remember the caption hook. In this case, it was something like steal my prompt. So obviously people wanted that prompt that I used. So you can do something similar as well. And then what we have here, if you look, is the trending audio. So basically every single viral reel has what we call a trending audio. I'm gonna talk about trending audios a bit later in the video, but yeah, like make sure you're using trending audios. And basically what you want to do, guys, is start by researching reels in your niche. So a lot of people just don't know where to start, and they ask me in my community, and they ask me in the DMs, like, I don't know what like I'm struggling with content ideas and stuff. And I'm like, have you researched your niche? Because that's literally all you need to do. So just go on Instagram, look for creators in your niche, look for accounts that you really like, and just put some ideas down on paper. Just grab those links from the reels and just put them somewhere. And that's gonna just, give you infinite ideas basically for your content. Then what you want to do, guys, is find 10 reels that already went viral from different accounts. So just find 10 reels in your niche that already went viral, that you like. What does viral mean? Something like 500,000 plus views or 1 million views. So find those reels, save them somewhere, because these are going to be the templates, basically the reels that you're going to be recreating at first. And this is just to kind of give you like a basic understanding of how the actual reels are made. And think of a kid when they pick up like a new toy. You've noticed like a lot, I used to do this as a kid, like you want to like take the toy apart just to kind of like see the pieces and how it's built. It's the same thing here, guys. So take those reels, 10 reels. You can obviously do more. I just put 10 here, and you're going to recreate those reels in your editing software. Then what you want to do is actually film some b-roll footage. So basically you can grab your phone, guys, and depending on obviously what your niche is, for example, if you're somebody in the digital products niche and like content creation niche, as I am, you could just literally like sit at your desk with your computer, laptop, whatever, just create like just a small like nice ambiance and just film that with your iPhone, and you're good to go. Like you don't really need to complicate stuff. You just need like some background footage that is clean, that is good enough, and then you can start using it in the reels. And then you can use CapCut to edit the actual videos or the editor from within Instagram. Personally, I use CapCut. And then you're just gonna like download the reels that you saved, drag them into CapCut, and then just try to recreate those reels the exact same way. Obviously, using your own, like putting your own twist to them, using your own footage and all of that. And last but not least, use trending audios as well. Going forward, for the trending audios. So how do we find a trending audio? the first method that I like to use myself is just go on the Reels tab and just like content that I really want to see in my Instagram. And then you will find Reels that pop up that have like a lot of likes, a lot of saves, a lot of comments. So that usually means they're pretty viral. And then, like I've shown you previously, you can actually click on this audio from here, and this will bring up the audio window. And in here, you're gonna find the data that you want to look at. So basically, this is gonna be the title of the audio, the picture of it, and what we're interested in is this number here. So this is basically the uses, the amounts of times that this audio has been used. So if you're finding a really good audio that has like a lot of views and under 10K reels, use that because it's super good. Because the less uses an audio has, the higher the chance is going to be for you to actually go viral with it. And I'm going to explain that in a sec. So if we take a look down below here, we can see the original. You're going to find the original video here, and that has 8.6 million views. So it's clearly a super viral reel. And basically, you can actually look at the other videos. And if for example, a trending audio like this one has 7K reels, if 7,000 reels have used this audio and the original one is obviously viral and the rest are going viral as well, there's a high chance there for you to go viral as long as your content is actually good. So that's the entire principle. One other research method in terms of finding audios and trending audios is actually going on your search bar and typing in trending audio. And then on your explore page, you're going to just find a lot of pages, a lot of videos that just talk about like trending audios, like new trending audios. I just screenshotted this random video from here. So it's a new trending audio. Jump on this now. And basically you just grab the audio from here. And then once you have your video ready, you can click on use audio, and you can use this audio with your video that you edited in your editing software. So yeah, that's the thing. And you always need to hunt for trending audio. So always be on Instagram. And I don't mean like always be on Instagram like 24/7, but just get like 15 minutes in your day or so to just research, and whatever audio that you like first and foremost, and whatever audio that you think is trending, just pick that and try to use that, because that's gonna increase your chances to actually go viral. So yeah, that's kind of it for the trending audios. Going forward, let's take a look at how we can actually write captions. So the entire thing with going viral, guys, especially with a personal brand, is trying to offer something to people. So this could be a freebie. I'm going to talk about like this in a sec. But yeah, like we need to offer something to people. And most importantly, we need to share our journey in the captions and actually make people read the captions. So I'm going to analyze a caption that I wrote in here for one of my reels. And I broke it down like this. So basically, first off, we have the caption hook. Like I said before, this needs to make people click on the actual caption to read it. And then, guys, we have this story, your story, right? Basically in here, as you can see, so I'm saying building an audience and monetizing your content will change your life forever. I launched 3 different businesses. I filmed some courses. I managed to sell. I realized that I didn't need to constantly trade my time for money. So what I'm doing here is actually I'm sharing my journey with people. I'm sharing my story, and this will actually make people connect with me. So, first of all, don't write the captions with ChatGPT. Like, don't do that. Make sure you follow this format, because this is a format that got me over, I think, on my first product that I launched, over 4,000 downloads or something like that. So, or like 3,000. So yeah, it definitely works, and it's really good because, again, like, you start by actually sharing your story, and this doesn't need to be like super long, but This will help you actually be vulnerable with people and just share your whatever achievements or mistakes you did, and just be like super honest. Don't use AI, just write it yourself, and it will take time to get used to it. Sometimes it's annoying, but you gotta write it yourself. And then going forward, we have tips and value. So basically in here, I've started to say something like, here are 3 steps you need to take to start building your audience. And I'm just giving out like some actual valuable tips for people that they can use, actionable tips. And then last but not least, we have the CTA or the offer. And I said something like, if you don't really know where to start, I teach you all about this in my upcoming course. Comment viral to sign up early. So, this is super simple, because it's essentially going from those tips to just actually offering something like a product, a free product or something to people. And it's this thing, right? Like, you tell people to leave a comment under your reel, and you will send them something. And this in turn will, drive so much engagement, especially if your reel is good, especially if you wrote the caption really nice, because a lot of people will comment on your reel, under your reel, and it will just drive a lot of engagement, and in turn it will help you go viral. And even if you don't go viral, you will get a lot of engagement and most likely a lot of followers. Now obviously this takes time to take off, so when you're starting a new account, don't expect like your first 5 reels to take off. Just give it time, but follow this strategy. And most importantly, with the captions, be vulnerable. So be as vulnerable as possible, guys, and just try to share your journey as much as you can. And last but not least, you can use hashtags as well from your niche, because those can help. But what I would suggest is to try some reels with hashtags and some other reels without hashtags. Cool. So going forward, we can then build and launch our freebie. I would suggest you do this once you start to see a little bit of demand in terms of what you're doing. So basically, you need to figure out what problem you can solve. Like I said, look at your own journey. Look at what you struggle with. Think of, okay, what would I wish for? What like what would the version of me from like 3 years ago would want to have in terms of like a course or a product, a guide, whatever that might be. Think about that problem, because that will actually define your digital product. And then you will build that free digital product based on that. Don't try to create a paid product at first. Like when you're at like 500 followers, like don't try to rush that. Sure, you could get some sales, but right now it's about offering as much value for free as possible, so that people just comment on your reels, so that like I said, will drive so much engagement, and it will make your reels go viral, and it will help you reach that 10K followers mark, and also like build your email list and everything. So basically, you will create reels around the problem and solutions, and this will make the people connect with your journey, obviously, and it will just test out the demand for your product. So for example, if you're creating a guide about how you can be productive, just make reels around that topic, and then when people comment, you're gonna see the demand, right? The basic concept of the reels and the caption is like, here's some value for you, here's my story, and if you want more help, here's my digital product. So create reels around the problems and the solutions. Then create reels and obviously get people to comment. So just get people to interact and engage with your reel, and you can offer them the free product. And then you can use Gumroad, which is a free platform for you to build your free digital product and collect emails and all of that. And use ManyChat, which is basically an automation software that will, whenever like people drop a comment under your reel, it will send an automated DM to them and give them the link of your product, so you don't have to do that manually. I remember when I was first like getting 20 people, 30 people comment on my reels to get my free PDF guide. I remember I was sending them like manually, and at one point it started to go like crazy, obviously. So when you have like 30,000 comments, you cannot like send them manually. So use ManyChat. And yeah, so basically some examples for digital products and freebies you can do is like some free online course, like some free Notion template, some free LUTs or packs, some free PDF guides. So a lot of options here. And like I said, you can use Gumroad. And this is like my page for my digital product master guide on Gumroad. So it's pretty clean. People can drop ratings in here. And the way you build products is super easy in Gumroad. The one thing, because it's a free platform, but the one thing that they have is they take 10% tax, like so 10% fees. But other than that, it's just free, completely free. You can do email marketing with it. I love it. I would basically recommend this to anybody starting out. And as you can see, guys, I have 3,420 sales for my digital product master guide as of now. But I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting like hundreds of sales daily. So for all of my different products. And yeah, it's really crazy. And going forward here, we have ManyChat. So like I said, when people drop comments in here, with ManyChat, you can actually create an automation that will just send a message. So whenever a user comments on your post or reel with a specific keyword, which you can set in ManyChat, it will send an automated message in Instagram, and you can type out that message. You can actually create a button here, and people will click the actual button, and then they can grab the product from there. So it's super useful and really easy to set up. ManyChat is not free. You will have to pay for it. I think it's like $20 a month, but that's not too bad for what it can do. And it's approved by Meta. It's safe. It's not gonna get you banned or anything. And what you can also do is you can use something like Beacons AI. This is just what I'm using to create a link in bio, with like multiple link blocks like this. And then you could just like put that in your bio, and in here you can have your different resources. So in my case, I have my free course, I have my community, and I have like a one-to-one, like book a free one-to-one discovery call with me. So yeah, this is pretty nice, and you can also like put this in your bio. So that's pretty much it for like the concept of building your freebie and actually offering it to people. And going forwards, what we have, I think this is the last thing, is like the stories and the value that we can provide. So guys, with your Instagram, treat the stories with as much passion as you can, and just post as many as you can. Now, I'm not saying like post random stories with quotes and stuff. I'm saying like try to talk about your journey. So for example, in here, if I zoom in, I took a screenshot of this story. So this, I remember this story. It is pretty old, but like I was at that point, I think I had like 100 followers or something like that. But I was talking about like my mission, right? And I was talking about how I want to help people find their uniqueness, and how I struggled. So just post stuff like that. This could be with like a photo that you have if you did like a photo shoot. So just like post as many stories as you can, and try to like actually open up and connect with people, because that's what people are, that's what they're looking for. It's like somebody that they can actually connect with, and they people like need a reason to actually follow you. Like don't try to like just spam people with like reels, and just be like a true, like an honest person in your stories. And I've noticed like the more you open up, and the more you share about your journey, and the more you share about how you figure some things out, your mistakes, your achievements, whatever that might be, I've noticed a lot more people are going to follow you. So that's what's going to also help with getting to that 10K followers mark, because whenever you post a story, if like people interact with it, Instagram is going to basically push your story even further, and that will in turn help you reach more people that are non-followers. And again, if your stories are really good, if you're providing value, if you're being vulnerable, people will actually follow you, because again, you're giving them a reason to, and you're actually real, like you're a human being, rather than just like being just another account that like just randomly posts stuff. because a lot of people can create content. A lot of people can create reels, but not a lot of people actually have something to say. So just make sure you actually, you actually talk about something in your stories. And what you can also do is, once you have your digital product, you can actually promote it on your stories, obviously. So this just like creates this like snowball effect, guys, because when you have like, right now, like life changed for me. Like I went from 200 followers, like I'm saying here in this story, to 10K plus in like just 2 weeks. I've started to get sponsorship deals and just offers from people. I have people contacting me to do podcasts, like all of this. So it's just, and obviously like selling digital products. In my case right now, I only have like my free products, but those made me money as well, because like people actually, and it's really crazy, like people, once you actually provide value, like people will pay you, just because, they actually see the value. But again, like it takes time, and you need to be patient. So that's the thing with the stories. You need to provide value. You need to share your journey as much as possible. And this is kind of like that entire process, at least my process. So again, try to focus on reels, posting as many reels as you can. You can obviously post carousels as well, but reels, I would say, is the best way, especially for beginners. I think carousels can be a bit tricky. But with reels, just try to like follow this concept. And especially at first, guys, it's just about trying to recreate with your own twist, recreate what is working and leveraging those trends that you find. Because that's what I was saying. Like you need to research your reels, like just research, spend time to do your homework and just look at what people are doing from within your niche and just recreate those kind of like reels with your own twist to them. Just try to deconstruct them and try to actually spend time to understand, why do these reels work? What do I need to do to actually get viral as well? And just try to experiment with that. So I would say, have the account essentials, start to research, start to film B-rolls, and just post your reels. I would suggest post at least once a day. If you do have time, try to post twice a day as well for faster growth. Use trending audios as well. Write captions that really provide value to people. Build your freebie and launch your freebie and just offer it to people. Test the demand. Collect as many emails as you can. Increase your, build your actual mailing list and offer value in the stories and just like share your journey. And guys, your life can completely change in only a couple of months. Now, when you start with Instagram, it's going to be super hard for you to actually, like when you're at 10 followers, because I know this, like I was there. When you're at 10 followers, it almost seems impossible for you to get to 10K. Not even talking about 100K or whatever, but understand that this is a marathon. It's a process. It will take time, but yeah, like just have faith and have confidence that it will work out. And just like try to post and really like be there and show up daily, create reels, do research, study trending audio, study other reels, study other accounts that are working, and you will eventually get to 10K followers, and your life will completely change, because then you're able to leverage that attention and actually give away and like sell digital products, build a community, and yeah, like your life can completely change. In the next video, I'm going to show you the entire process of actually creating digital products, doing email marketing, creating email workflows, automations, and everything that you need to actually sell the digital products, and just start this entire process and just show you my own way of doing it and how I've been doing it. So hopefully this video was useful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.